Guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's RC Corner, and today we're going to crown the budget king here. We have the AUSTAR. You can find this around 70 bucks on some sites if you catch some good sales on Banggood or Alley. And we got the $99 launch for the Red Cat ASCENT 18. We're going to compare them side by side, look at the parts. We're going to take them for a test run on the Freedom Crawler course here at my house, and we'll give it the award to which is the budget king. All right, let's get this video rolling. All right, guys, so I'm just going to qualify this too. Both vehicles are in stock condition, exactly as you get them out of the box. So this will be that kind of comparison. So of course, this is the AUSTAR 8560 and the Red Cat ASCENT 18. First notable thing we'll talk about is the body. We got Lexan here, no LEDs. We got a hard body here with plenty of LEDs, with crazy amount of LEDs, and a light bar in the front. So automatically when we talk about climbing and crawling, it's just got a full-size spare on the back, or at least almost a full-size spare. It's not one that we can use, but it's good nonetheless. But this is going to be heavier, so that is going to raise the center of gravity on it, so that already gives a lot of the nod to the better crawler with this truck. But that's not to say this isn't a great truck. Everything we'll go over quick are the tires. That's the tires you get with this one. They are the same. The wheelbase is exactly the same. They are the same height tires. I believe they're 60 millimeters. I will give the nod to the ASCENT tires. I do like these ones though. They're okay. They're AUSTAR hobby tires. The rims I'm not such a big fan of. It's really hard to get a cross wrench in there. One of the big differences here is the shocks. This has got real nice oil filled shocks, and we got bouncy bounce over here, cheap friction shocks. So that is a big nod to the ASCENT. So the tires, the shocks are an improvement. The Lexan body is going to be lighter, but I do like the hard body and the look of that better. Battery, so they got the mini light ions in here, where here you do get a lipo. It's not going to make a big difference here. We got a better motor here, and the ESC radio combo. I'm just going to say they're pretty much equal. I haven't really noticed a difference. We look at the servo. We got a hex fly here, and we get an unbranded one here. This one's laying down on the axle. This one is mounted on axle from above vertically. They both steer well. Maybe a slight ahead advantage to this, but both steer very, very well. No complaints either. It's pretty much a saw off there. So we're looking at the plastics, virtually the same. The plastic, everything underneath is plastic, as you can see there. This got the big long mud type guards here, sliders. This one here has a pontoon style. So this one's going to be a little bit lighter in that regards. This is a heavier RC by far, especially with the body on. So when we just go with what we're looking at weight wise out of the box, this is a lighter and a more agile crawler, and this one has got a higher center of gravity, and we'll demonstrate when we crawl this why that happens and what happens to that. So side by side out of the box, and without even driving it, we can already probably start making our conclusions. But they're two different types of trucks. This is more of a crawler, this is more of a trail truck. So let's get these things going, and we'll talk about it as we go.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, we'll go with the ASCENT first, and we'll do just a little quick speed test. Not that that's anything huge, but if you're trail driving, that's the trail speed. When you're full boot out, pretty good. We're going to do some modulation test here on the incline, so get it started, and then we'll see how slow it can creep. So giving it a little juice, little juice, little juice. There it goes. And that's creeping pretty good. So the Ascent is pretty good in that regards too. So we'll get here, we'll get crawling over the course. Oh, the wheel got stuck in there, came around. This is real easy to drive. It's got great steering. Off to the races. Here, down this side, no problems. It's nice and light, and just line it up here and away it goes. And it's very easy. This is a little bit tricky, and it handles that with ease. Oh, we dumped off at the end when I was saying how easy it was. Now let's put this remote down for a second, and now we'll move over to the AUSTAR, and let's see how it's doing here. Now this model is different than my orange model, and I'll mention it too. If you noticed on the channel, I got a gray one now. I got two, one for each kid. The reverse is much slower, which I don't mind on this model, and then this is fast forward. This is forward speed. Goes pretty fast. I also know on this one my headlights never come on when I first turn it on, so we hold the button and now we got the headlights on, so pretty good. Let's run it again. I'd say this is a tad slower than the Ascent, but still good. We're gonna get this thing on the incline here. Totally on the incline, and let's see if we can get this. The modulation's good, so giving her a bit, and there she goes, trying to go, and there it's creeping and it stops. Give it a little more, it kind of stops along the way. Still going, come on, there it goes. So that's the creep on it, so that's pretty good. Now the Ascent is a lot lighter, so the creep is probably going to be a little bit easier for it to do, but that's a powerful motor in here, and it did it still quite well. Come along. Now this part too, we're doing really well. This is where we're going to feel a little bit of the extra weight. It want to go a little bit more on the downhill, but we can still control it pretty good here. And we get up on here, and oh, we fell off a little bit. It's a little harder to manage there. That's maybe a little bit more driver skill than the truck, but this truck is a little harder to do on this spot. And I think it's more the tires than anything else, but it's still pretty good and can manage it too. So that right there is pretty much a saw-off. We're gonna keep going with the AUSTAR and try it on the steeper incline here and see if this thing can handle that. And this is where that hard body is gonna really struggle it, and it's already having troubles. Maybe we can place it on a start right here, and yeah, it just wants to tip. It's kind of going down now, and we got to go. So that'd be pretty rough to do on the initial start. It won't go. Now we'll grab the Ascent and we'll bring it over, and then I'll reposition myself so we get a better camera angle. And so you'll see right from the initial start, if I can line this up properly, you can see that it just goes. So the climbing angle on this one, a little bit better, especially at the start. Next thing we want to try to really test the skill on this is we're going to take it to the bumpity bump, steep, tricky uphill climb here. So we'll just bring it around here quick, and we'll bring it here underneath. And this is the tricky climb, and we'll see how it goes. There's a bit of a pattern we got to follow here, or to dodge, and we got to come back across, but you can see the wheels are pulling off a bit. This one struggles a bit. Oh no, come on. Let's try that again. Come across, give it the juice, and up she goes and over. All right, now we'll take the AUSTAR and give it a try here, and this is where we're going to see it kind of struggle on the steeper climb. Let's see if this guy's up for the challenge. I will say I have taken the hitch off the back of this. I'm not really interested in taking the spare tire off because I like the look of it, and when it's off, it doesn't. I just don't like the look of it as much. But we could make this a little bit better crawler if we did that. So far so good, and this is where this truck starts to struggle a bit, but we'll keep it going. And it's that spot right there where it steepens again. So this is a milder, and then that's a steeper incline, and that's where she wants to roll over. We get there. Can we power up? It does climb it too though, so it's doable on both. It's just a little easier to do with the ASCENT. So it's hit or miss with your skill and the path you take there, but both are really good trucks, and we're going to have the final conclusion right now.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, about to wrap this up, and the last thing I want to include too is when you buy these things is the radios. This is the radio here for the ASCENT, and this is for the AUSTAR. This one comes with a foam wheel. You get the throttle adjustment, steering adjustment, centering, and then steering dual rate, and that's all that one. And then you got the high-low speeds up here and the servo reversing. All the same features on this radio or on this radio. They're just in different spots. This one actually has a third channel, so and this one controls, this is probably a third channel here, and that controls the LEDs. So other than this is a full-size radio with a plastic wheel, this is a bit of a smaller radio with the foam wheel. They both use 4 AA's. It's pretty much a tie. This one probably slightly a little better quality. Actually, this one has a 4-channel too. You can add LEDs in and control it with that. So the radios, I'm just gonna say it's a saw-off. So we're down to the nitty-gritty. Both trucks are great. This one's slightly cheaper. This one's gonna go up 20 bucks in price sometime soon after the launch promo is off. The best king of the cheap budget crawlers, in my opinion, goes to the ASCENT, just because it's just a little bit easier to drive. Both trucks are great. It's got better shocks, which work out well, and the Lexan body is just that lighter, gives it the crawling. The wheels are a little bit better too. Those give it the nod over this, but with any improvement on either of these, they can be great. And guys, you can't go wrong with either. I say if you like the one, you should get the other and have both in your collection. So that's it for Mike's RC Corner. My son's over there. Say hello.
Bye.
And we're gonna do a little more RC stuff. My son wants to get his fishing gear out, so we're gonna look at that too. Spring is here. Hope everyone's doing well. Get out to fish, get out to RC. See Mr. Bass Pro over there. Nice hat. Thanks for watching Mike's RC Corner, and we'll catch you soon on the next one. All right.
Subscribe!
Subscribe. Peace out.